Advisory Group. And today I wanted to talk about something that is affecting organizations globally, which is the Great Resignation. For those of you unfamiliar with this term, it was initially coined by Anthony Klotz, who was a professor of management at the Mays Business School at Texas A&M. It is defined as the widespread trend of a significant number of people leaving their jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic. So this movement started almost 2 years ago this March, which seems crazy that we've been in the throes of COVID for this long, and it does not seem to be going away anytime soon. So to get you up to speed on where we stand from a data perspective, because those of you who know me know that I love me some good data. Okay, so the Bureau of Labor Statistics has published a report or a table that outlines quit levels and rates by industry and region seasonally adjusted. You can go to bls.gov to find this information as well. So when we look at the data, which highlights June through October of this year, as compared to October 2020, we saw the highest number of vacancies in September. Keep in mind, these numbers are reported in thousands. So in September, they reported 4,362, which would be 4,362,000. October decreased a little bit by 4,157, but the rates overall increased from 2.4 to 2.8, with September being 3%, which is absolutely astonishing. But digging a little deeper, as they break the numbers down by industry, can you take a guess which industries have the highest numbers? Topping the list is leisure and hospitality at 6.2%, with retail and trade following at 4.4%, professional and business services at 3.4%, and healthcare at 2.6%. The biggest regions affected are the South, then the Midwest, and the West running neck and neck, and the Northeast coming in last. At the end of July, it was reported that there were 10.9 million open jobs. Million. That's a lot. And I'm sure that you see this in your everyday life, not just at your own place of work, but at restaurants, at retail stores, hospitals, clinics, doctor's offices. Yesterday, I took my daughter for her quarterly eye appointment, and after about an hour of waiting, I went up to the receptionist just to make sure that they had not forgotten about us, because it was abnormal that we were not seen within minutes of arriving. And she told us how short-staffed they were. The Harvard Business Review and Forbes reported many contributing factors to people leaving their jobs. The pandemic caused initially people to hold off on transitioning because of the uncertainty. But now that they have made the change, whether to another position or retiring or just plain quitting, remote working caused the need for more mid-level and less entry-level positions. Many people reached a breaking point from high workloads, hiring freezes, pay cuts, organizations not adapting, burnout, mental health issues, and ultimately a poor work-life balance, among others. Forbes reported the top reasons why employees quit as burnout, company going through organizational changes, lack of flexibility, instances of discrimination, contributions and ideas not being valued, insufficient benefits, and the well-being not being supported by the company. But what is even more interesting is what people sought out in new jobs: ability to work remotely, better compensation, better management, better company reputation, better work-life balance, and flexible work schedule. So now that we have some measurable data, what does this all mean? For starters, it means that employers need to look at themselves. Taking a look at your current and trending retention rates and ask yourself, what do we need to do differently to retain our current employees, and how do we set ourselves apart when recruiting new employees? Because the fact is, employees are holding all the power right now. If they're unhappy and they do not feel valued, they can easily go work somewhere else with the number of open positions out there. some of the big things you should be looking at are your organizational culture. Have you adapted the culture of your organization to the changing climate? Have you looked at your organizational chart to see if it reflects the needs of your organization right now? Benefits and pay rates. Are you actually doing a market and wage analysis to see if your rates are competitive and are fair for the positions and level of responsibility you are asking of your employees? Do you have an employee assistance program to offer? Are you offering flexible scheduling? Are you still sticking with your 9 to 5 or 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7 models? Do you have a focus on employee well-being? Are you talking about burnout and getting feedback from your staff as to where they are struggling? Are you offering mental health support services? So these are just some of the things that you need to look at within your organization. It's a new day, my friends, and how are you going to dedicate time, effort, energy, and resources to making these changes? You need to invest in your employees. Experts are saying we are on the verge of 2 more movements. First, the Great Restructure. This is where organizations are going to have to restructure to stay viable. As an example of this, Better.com just laid off 900 employees in an effort to survive. The way organizations are operating right now with high staffing vacancies or reduction in workforce will cause them to have to downsize or to adapt to the new normal. The second movement is going to be the Great Termination. Because organizations are desperate for help, they are willing to hire anyone. But what experts predict will happen is that in time, the organizations that have adapted will attract better quality candidates and start terminating those who are not cutting the mustard. So yeah, while you're desperate for staff, is it worth reducing your standards and expectations just to have a warm body? Or can you use those human and financial resources to do a full organizational assessment and make the changes needed to help your organization and your employees thrive? So I know this was a lot of information, but it is a very important topic and one that I feel people are really struggling with. As always, please be sure to like this video and follow us here on YouTube as well as all of our other socials, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you have any questions or you feel as though you need some help, please feel free to reach out and contact us by visiting our website at harpconag.com/contact. Thank you guys so much for watching and stay positive. As a wise woman once told me, this too shall pass. I hope everyone has a happy holiday season. Thank you.